What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Backstop Banter. Hosting, as always, Anthony. Michael, what is going on, my dear friend?
Nothing too much. Just worked a little bit. Did a lot of acting like I was working while at work because you know what? It's been a busy week this week at work. And it was nice to have a slower day today. Actually, just going into work just a little bit, just so you know I can feel my pain. I do the price changing where I work at
Oh,
Tractor
no.
Supply. And
That's never
Tuesday, we had over 700 price changes that I had to get done. And then today, I had over 300 I had to do.
Sheesh.
As old as I am, those little numbers started like flip-flopping and moving around. I was struggling, but you know what? I got through it. I'm happy. We can talk baseball. We are good to go.
Well, you know what, Michael? I'm actually in the process of something new as well. That's why I'm a little late today.
What is it?
Boy,
Do tell.
Your boy has finally decided to start hitting the gym. So I started. What?
You wrecked into a gym?
No, I said I'm starting to hit the gym.
Yeah, I know. You wrecked into it. You hit it. I mean, man, I'm sorry because I know you're not going in to work out.
You're annoying. I hate you. You're the worst. Oh yeah. Soon I'll be all pretty, maybe slim down a little bit. So listen, I'm just saying, ladies, if you're watching this, I'm gonna be like a stock right now, and you can invest early. You can invest while I'm still,
Wow.
while I'm still not looking the best. You can invest
it Doge?
now. Bro, let me tell you something. I've been looking at Doge all day today because your boy's invested in Doge. So I'm a big fan of what's going on right now. Not sure
I
why
heard
it's happening.
Earth Day is supposed to be a big announcement, I'm hearing.
Oh, well, listen. I put $10 into it, like at 2 cents. So we're at 26 right now. So
high roller.
It's not. Well, listen. I'm not a big stock guy, but everybody said buy Doge. I said, all right, it's at 2 cents. Why not? Let's ride the wave. And now it's at 26.
Wow.
That means I'm up $94.
Right? Okay.
Right?
Kudos to you then. That sounds wonderful, actually.
But yeah, so your boy started hitting the gym. I'm already a little sore. We did some chest and tries today. I got a 9-hour shift to tomorrow at work, so I don't know why I decided to do this to myself, but we'll survive. But you know what, Michael?
So, I have to know before we get into the bills and everything. I have to know, like, what is our game plan here? Like, what's the end game? Are we getting shredded, or are we trying to bulk a little bit? I know you said you're gonna be a little slimmer, but there's
I'm trying to. I think my first set of plans is to slim down. Lose some weight. Things like that, and then after that, then we'll start focusing on getting shredded and all that.
Well, that sounds good.
See, because my brother's getting married in a year and a half. I can't be looking bad at the wedding.
That's a year and a half. Like,
listen, a year and a half when you're like this, Michael, it takes the time.
A lot can happen in a year and a half. That wedding may not even happen, but
Oh no, they've been together 9 years. It's
9 years. How old are they, if you don't mind me asking?
I think it's bad that I don't know for sure.
Wow.
I think my brother's 25 because he's 4 years older than me. I'll be 21. Yeah, because I missed him in high school by a year. That's how I always remember.
Oh, so these were high school sweethearts then,
right?
Oh,
yeah, dating since their junior year.
Well, kudos to, is it Michael? Or
it is Michael.
Kudos to you, Michael.
So, he might be in the comments, somewhere available. He watches the baseball sometimes.
He better. Michael, if I could give you any advice, don't spend the money on a wedding. Just go elope. Use it for the honeymoon and enjoy yourself.
No. They're already they got a venue and everything.
Oh, well, you East Coast people, you all do it a lot I'll say crazy, different than us. I've got a buddy that actually used to live in Boston, and he said that they went to a wedding once, and there was a stand room only, and like you did a appetizer, and then you went on to another room to do all this other stuff. We're like, wait, what's going on here?
Yeah, that's I didn't understand the hors d'oeuvres.
Just go and dance a jig and grab you a buffet style.
You go and you get married, then you go into the room where you had the hors d'oeuvres, then you go into the dining room and dance floor.
I guess. Listen. Anyway, Matt, thank you for joining. I can't even remember if you brought the comment across yet or not.
I did.
Okay.
But all right, let's get into it. We'll pay the bills as always. So, if you are into the betting world, make sure you go over to mybookie.ag and use code US700. You know, your boy started off his week correctly, by the way. Just want to point that out there.
Oh,
Did a nice little baseball parlay. So, we were feeling good. See, Matt, there's two other conovers. I have two brothers. So the one that's, a part of our network, Andrew, no.
Yeah, Matt,
but
the other conover is Connie. Just
the
so
other.
The other.
No. I am the main person. I'm the best one.
Right.
I got the
Keep
personality, everything.
You're the baby.
I am the baby. That is true.
I'm the baby too. I understand.
But so I started my week off right. Nice little parlay win. Nice little $135. So your boy's feeling pretty good. He's feeling pretty good. So yeah, if you want to bet, go over to mybookie.ag. US100 will double your first deposit up to $1,000. Then something that I'm going to have to invest in, since your boy's hitting the gym now.
I was about to tell you that when you was talking about it.
Keep RX Hemp. RX Hemp-USA will save you 10% on your order. They got the pain relief CBD creams. Let me tell you something. I'm already feeling it. I'm already feeling it right here. I haven't worked out in probably like 5 years. So,
it's like a third of your life.
Yeah, no. Nah, not a third. That's
not that much. But yes, keep going.
Basically a fifth, though. Yeah, fifth, technically. No, I lied. Oh, I was never good at math, Michael. Okay, stop pressuring me. You're killing me.
I'm sorry. Don't want to give you anxiety with this Gen Z people.
Listen, this is how I did in math. Ready? Yeah. Algebra. I never did homework in high school though. That was my problem. So algebra, my teacher would used to take a point off your average for every homework you didn't do. Mm-hmm. So I passed that with a 66 and passed the Regents. Then
hold up. How'd you pass a high school class with a 66?
Because 65 is failing.
Okay, carry on.
Why? What is it for you?
I mean, it's been like 50 years since I was in high school, but I thought like 69 was like a failing grade, but
no.
Maybe it's changed a lot. I mean,
so I passed that with a nice 66. Then geometry, I passed the class with like a 70, but I failed the Regents exam. And then my junior year, I attempted to take college math. Wasn't smart of me. And I got the high school credit the first semester, but not the college credit. So then the second semester, we took one quiz. First quiz we took in the second half of the year, I got like a 30 on. Didn't try the rest of the year. Got like a 30 in the class. I just gave up. But so don't pressure me into math. But what math? What math I'm good at is saving money, Michael. And RX Hemp-USN will save you 10% on the order. Get yourself some pain relief CBD cream, hot and cold treatment. You'll feel brand new when you wake up after a nice workout. Maybe I'll keep you guys updated or something like that. Just saying. We
need a blog. Can you make a blog of this or a vlog?
I'll make sure that it's a segment each week on the show.
Thank you.
Next up, we have the Teespring store, teespring.com/store/unwrapped. Go check out the merch, people. We work hard on it. The network has its merch, and then each individual show on the live lineup has its merch, as Michael's showing off right there, the Backstop Banter shirt. Make sure you go check it out. The mask as well. Buy some merch. Send us some pictures in with the merch. Why not? I want to see how everybody's looked. Man, I try. The set, just coast right into new things,
Jeez, don't egg him on.
No.
Keep going.
Matt knows how good I am at this stuff. He appreciates me. Matt's my biggest supporter. Big fan. Even though he's never let me on his show. Can you believe that, Michael?
Oh, you know what?
I've never been on his show.
You haven't?
Nope, not one time.
Wow.
I've never even been asked.
I'm sorry. I'm acting like I have, but I haven't either. So
unbelievable. Well, you clearly don't. See, look at that. He even said yes, sir.
Yeah.
He's doubling down on it. Doubling down, basically. And then finally, head over to the Patreon, patreon.com/unwrappedsports. With $1, you're just letting us know you like what we do. $5, you get access to our Discord chat. You get 10% off the store I was just telling you about. And then you also get entered into an Amazon gift card giveaway. And then finally, the $10 tier is everything I just said, except that 10% discount goes to 20, and you get entered into our signed
20.
memorabilia giveaway, which, we're doing good things for. Last month, we did the David Montgomery jersey. The month before that, we did Keenan Allen. I don't know what we're giving away this month. I'm not sure. So we'll find out. We will find out. But with that being said, Connie will be our next guest for Caleb and I's podcast if you want. Listen,
Thanks, Matt.
I'm down. Michael, nobody wants you on their shows. I don't even want you on
Thanks,
this one.
Matt. Wow. Actually, you do.
That is true. I did pick you.
Thank you. And
What a
thank
state.
you, Matt, for asking me to be on your show. I appreciate it.
Oh, God. You just ruined the show now.
That was pretty much a sympathy ask, so I think I'm out.
Talk baseball and other sports as well. Always. I'm always down to talk. I love, my previous name was Connie Chats. What can I say? I'm always down to talk.
I'm pretty sure we could just talk. It would be fine.
No, absolutely.
Don't you think so, Connie? I mean, we could actually sit here for an hour and do absolutely nothing.
Oh, yeah.
And you would be entertained. Because that's how awesome we are.
Listen, I'm very simple. It does not take much to entertain me.
I'm pretty sure your corner beards are looking a little thicker today.
You know what it is, Michael? I trimmed them up. I trimmed them up. No, because
Did I not tell you that?
I grow a lot of hair like here, like the underneath neck beard thing.
Let's maybe use another words for a lot of. Let's maybe try something else.
Listen, Michael, calm down, buddy. All right. So, but I grow it here, so it kind of makes it look weird, and then and then it starts getting low down here. So I shaved right across. I shaved the neck stuff off. I think it looks pretty good. I gave myself a nice little edge up. As they say.
Okay. I mean, I'm digging it. We're getting there.
Right? We're not going to. Maybe I'll start. I know.
I can't get it. Your girl right here. So
see, I get like a little bit of hair like right there.
Let's get a close up. Come on, bring it on in.
No,
Let's see
I shaved it.
Oh, okay.
I shave it because it's pointless.
And then I got a little spot.
Unbelievable.
But
imagine not being able to grow facial hair. Couldn't be me. Anyway, let's get on to the baseball stuff. And I think there is no other way that we can start the show than to celebrate Jackie Robinson. It is Jackie Robinson Day, as you could tell, all across the MLB. Everybody wore 42. Yeah, just a very important day in baseball. It was weird for me because, it's funny because for the longest time, I didn't know 42 was retired because I was a Yankee fan and Mariano Rivera wore 42.
Well, that's
true. And I was like, oh, I'm surprised more people don't wear 42. With Mo and Jackie Robinson, you would think more people would want to wear it. And it took me a couple years into baseball where it was like, oh yeah, it's retired. Because have they always been doing Jackie Robinson everybody wears 42 thing, or is that?
Okay, I can actually break this down to you. I remember when it actually happened. I think I attended the game, so it's not been too long. I want to say 2006, 7, or 8, somewhere around there.
Okay, so they've been doing it for a while.
Nobody wore the number, and actually, my guy, as a Cincinnati Red, King Griffey Jr., actually went to Bud Selig and asked if he could wear the jersey for Jackie Robinson. And he got the permission and then actually reached out to everyone and said, instead of just one person, let's make everyone wear it for the game. And now you have the Jackie Robinson 42 everywhere.
Have you ever seen 42?
The movie? Yes, I have. It's been a long time ago, but I have seen it.
I get really bored at night and I tend to go down, rabbit holes on YouTube. What a great movie. I sat there and watched some of the clips. I actually watched a lot of clips on Moneyball as well. Two great baseball movies. I mean, even if you don't like baseball, even reading the comments, people are like, I'm not a fan of baseball at all, but it's a good movie. And, it's so interesting. You say hey, maybe we should wear 42 because one of the big scenes from that movie is when I believe the shortstop comes over to him. I can't remember, his actual name, in real life, comes over and he says, maybe one day we'll all wear 42 so they can't tell us apart. And I mean, just talking about it, I kind of get chills about it because, you think of all the stuff that he had to go through. Because, you even watch that movie, the slurs that they were calling him and things like that, the threat. And, he paved the way, but it still wasn't, a smooth sailing for, a lot of black players and things like that. Even, you look at Hank Aaron and Vin Scully's famous call when he broke Babe Ruth's record. It wasn't so much that he broke the record, which obviously that was a big thing, but what Vin Scully says is, what a time in America where a black man in the South is being cheered for breaking the record of a baseball icon. And it's been such a long path for some of these athletes. And I didn't even know this until I was listening to, ESPN radio. Like I said, I always listen to the Michael Kay show, the Yankee announcer. And he was saying, which I didn't know, shout
out Michael Cahill. Come on the show.
Listen, I would literally cry. I think I would. He's actually the reason that I got into trying to want him to do this. I'm not gonna. Because my original plan when I was younger, I really wanted to do play-by-play, and then I was like, that sounds very difficult. I kind of want to just talk about everything now instead. And he's the reason. So I'm hoping I get to talk to Kay one of these days. I talked to Don LaGreca, who's his co-host. So I've tried. I'm getting there. We're inching closer.
There we go.
But
we're getting there.
But yeah, they had snipers and security and security guards in the stands when Hank Aaron was playing because they thought somebody was going to kill him.
Mm-hmm. And especially when those two gentlemen jumped over and I think patted him on the back or shook his hand around second base or whatever. Yep. I heard a story where the snipers were zoomed in, ready to fire at that moment. That's just scary if you really think about it. No,
it's insane. Obviously, Jackie paved the way, and you see all the players that still give him thanks today. Obviously, he's the one that started it for the players that we love today. I mean, Derek Jeter is biracial. I believe Aaron Judge is as well. CC Sabathia is one of my favorite pitchers that I ever, got to watch. Thankfully, he was on the Yankees for a little bit. He talks about Jackie all the time. So there's, just so many players. And, I mean, you look at even some of the greats like Hank Aaron, like your Ken Griffey. It's because of Jackie. And I don't know if you want to say anything about it, but.
I mean, really, it's an awe moment if you think about it. If you ever watch any of the clips and just see what everything went on. And personally, I know we have the movie, and anytime you remake a movie, it can be flabbergasted in one way or the other. So we don't know what exactly everything was true. But I would venture to say that we don't even know half the stuff that actually went on for this man. Not only this man, but all the other players before him as well. I'm just thankful for a time that we can get past some of these barriers to keep moving on, as we need to be love. I think that's one of the things he always said, only love or something like that. So wonderful day that we can celebrate in a baseball game of the past and move forward as individuals and how we can grow closer with each other.
100%. Absolutely. We'll move on from there. But of course, Jackie Robinson Day, big day in baseball. Now, even I am not sure how to pronounce this name. Is it the pitcher that threw the no-hitter the other day? Is it
Rodon?
It is Rodon?
Yeah, okay. Carlos Rodon. I mean, you don't know how to pronounce his name?
Really, Michael? Who's the Yankee second baseman?
That's pathetic. DJ.
What's his last name? I forgot it. I can't remember it.
LeMahieu.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that just came straight out, too. Like, in my head, I was saying who the whole time. Let me just tell you. But it came out, so good.
I like it. You're usually a LeMahieu guy. And
I really, listen, while I'm at work, I'm like, thank you. Have a great day, LeMahieu. LeMahieu.
Yeah, I'm sure that's all you think about. But, yeah, he threw a no-hitter. Actually, the second one in baseball this year. I don't think we mentioned the other one. Who was it? Who was the other pitcher that threw it?
Oh, shoot.
He was on the Padres. That funny, good story with him too. He was actually from San Diego. And he ended up throwing it for the Padres, first one in their entire franchise's history. So
were you able to watch any of the White Sox game or at least highlights of this?
I did not yet, but I did see the play by Jose Abreu.
Thank you, Matt.
Yes, Musgrove was the pitcher for the Padres that threw that no-hitter. I did see the play by Abreu where he or I don't know if it was Abreu, whoever was playing first. I assume it was him unless he had an off day that day. That made that play at first base, which is very impressive.
Well, he actually had a perfect game going into the ninth. Did you know that?
Yes, that I also did know, and he hit somebody.
Okay. On the back foot, I'm pretty sure. Like, that was actually, I seen an interview where he said, I knew what I was throwing, and that's exactly what I wanted to do. And I think they called it a breaking ball, aim for the back of the foot. That's what he said. And he goes, and I hit it. I hit the back of his foot, or the top of the back of his foot. That's what you're supposed to try to do. And it just hit him. Like, pathetic, if you really, I mean, to have a perfect game going into the ninth, and you hit the back foot on top. It breaks my heart for him.
Here's my question, Michael. And it might sound kind of dumb, but I think my answer would surprise you. Would you rather throw a no-hitter? No. I'm trying to think of how to phrase this now.
I was actually thinking of a scenario on this, too.
Would you rather throw the no-hitter because you lost your perfect game with 2 outs in the ninth, or would you rather just give up a hit?
Say that again.
So you have you still throw a no-hitter, but you gave up your perfect game because you accidentally hit somebody, like this pitcher did. Or
would you rather someone hit the ball?
Or would you rather just not have a no-hitter, no perfect game, but somebody actually got a hit with 2 outs or somewhere in the ninth or eighth inning?
But I still had a no-no? Oh, wait,
no,
if you got a hit, I guess it wouldn't be a no-no. Yeah. Honestly, I think I would rather hit someone and still get a no-no.
See, I think I'd rather give up a hit.
Really? I mean, it's heartbreaking to know, but at the same time,
like,
I mean, technically, he was perfect. Like, he did not let anyone get a hit.
Yeah. But
granted, he hit a foot.
That's what would kill me even more, though. It's not even like – because it was in my control. Like, I'm the one that messed it up. Like, if I lose a perfect game in the ninth inning because a play, like somebody made an error – I'd be annoyed, very mad. But at least I'd be like, all right, it wasn't in my control. Like I was not the one that messed this up. But like knowing that I had it and I hit somebody, I feel like it would eat away at me for so long. Like you would still be happy with the no-hitter, and I'm sure he is, obviously.
Right.
But like, oh my gosh, would that annoy me?
But the thing is, if there was an error, technically he could still have a no-no. Because there's an error.
No, yeah, absolutely. It wouldn't be a perfect game, like I said. But I think knowing that I had the perfect game and I messed it up into a no-hitter would just kill me.
Yeah. Would you rather walk someone or hit someone if between those two scenarios? See, I think I'd rather walk someone.
See, I think I'd rather hit somebody. Because I think Well, because here's the other thing, too. Imagine you walk them, and it's just like a real borderline pitch. Like, that would kill me, too. Like a full count, and it's a borderline. And the umpire, like, sorry. Like, I would lose my mind. So I'd rather just, listen, I lost control of the ball. I hit him in the head. Sorry.
I can't remember. Hit him in the head. Well, I can't remember who the pitcher was or the game or anything, but everyone remembers the call where the guy was clearly out at first.
You know what's funny? We talked about this yesterday, me and my friends in my Xbox party. We were talking about this yesterday. Armando Galarraga and the umpire was Jim Joyce at the play at first base with the White Sox, clearly out, and he called him safe. Oh, he felt so bad. And you remember the next day, they met at home plate, and the umpire was crying, like apologizing to him.
Yeah.
Like, oh my, that has to be such a terrible feeling. Like, don't you wish replay worked back then?
I mean, definitely, yes, of course. But the look on that pitcher's face,
he's like
in the camera, and then all of a sudden he's just like, I mean, what can I do? You know, poor guy. But at the same time, I mean, there's so many different other things that could have went on. I mean, like.
You know what? I have an interesting question. Okay. Would you rather throw the no-hitter, but like the rest of your career kind of goes downhill after it, or throw the no-hitter, but like it was a bullpen game type of thing too? Like you didn't do the whole thing.
I mean, like Homer Bailey, who has 2 no-hitters, but other than that, who is he?
See, I was thinking more Johan Santana, if you remember who that is.
I mean, yeah, come on, man.
Who is it?
Johan Santana. Didn't he pitch for the Twins?
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, yeah, I remember him from the Mets, but.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm even back farther. But Yeah.
But
I mean,
like he threw like 140 pitches in his no hitter, and he was never the same ever. Or like, would you have that, or like, would you want like 100 pitches in like the 6th inning, and you still get the no hitter, but you didn't complete it?
There was a team, and I want to say it's probably been about 5 or 6 years ago now, that actually had like a bullpen no hitter. Like there were 4 or 5.
I thought it was like the Nationals.
I don't think it was the Nationals, but I want to say it was an AL team. But I
think somebody did it like last year too, though. But it was in like a double header. It was like a 7-inning game. I'm gonna look it up.
I want to say it was the Mariners or someone like that, but it was like it had all 5 pitchers like on the post-game interview and talk about, hey, you all worked together, collaborated to have a no-hitter. How awesome is that? And I'm sitting there thinking, I mean, to me, that's not as horrific to have 10 different pitchers pitching in a game to get a no-hitter.
All right, so the Astros did it August 3rd, 2019. Aaron Sanchez went 6 innings, Will Harris, Joe Bianchi, and then Chris Davinsky all pitched 1 inning. The Angels did it to the Mariners in 2019 as well. But this one's actually interesting. Oh, wow, that was that game. Yeah, that was the Tyler Skaggs game. If you remember a couple years ago when the Angels pitcher died in the hotel room, actually. And the first game back, the Angels threw a combined no-hitter. They had an opener who went 2 innings, and then somebody finished it out, went the extra 7 innings, and they threw a combined no-hitter. But yeah, Dodgers did it to the Padres in 2018, Walker Buehler, and then went 6 innings, and then some of their bullpen. The Mariners did it in 2012, if that counts, if that's the one you're thinking of.
That might be it. Like, how many pitchers pitched? Because it was an outrageous amount of
pitchers.
They
had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, that's the one I'm thinking of, because I was like, I mean, you have everyone's a little bit of their best, for a couple innings, and I was like, to me, that's not that great big of a defeat, But that's me, personally, again. I would, going back to your first question there, I think I would rather be a Homer Bailey, really. I'd rather have a perfect game or a no-hitter and not have an outstanding career. Like even Rodon, I think he's had a lot of injuries throughout his past and how he's come back to this. So, I mean, it's like a Cinderella story, basically, of what he's went through and where he's came and the hard work he's had to put in. So even right now, if nothing else really matters in his career, he had this. And he can say, like one thing the reporter said, now I can say that your daughter watched you pitch a no-hitter. I mean, that's a defeat, and that's something great to be able to say. Now, if you say I went 20 wins for 6 years in a row, I mean, that's great. But to say that you pitched the best that you could for one game, great. I mean, it's even what's the movies with the pitcher Costner from I want to say the Tigers.
Come
on, Matt, help us out here.
It's not like Rookie of the Year or
no, it's not the rookie
or the rookie. I'm trying to just think. I know it's not Angels in the Outfield, which one of my favorite movies growing up. Believe it or not.
Of course, why wasn't it?
Well, as a kid, you wouldn't expect a baseball movie to be your favorite. I would,
have you ever watched Rookie of the Year?
I honestly don't know.
And row, and Gardner.
No.
Oh my goodness.
I definitely haven't.
As soon as we get done, you have to go and find it.
No, Michael, there's only one thing I'm doing as soon as we're done.
And it's playing the show?
Yes. I literally have never been so excited in my life.
I still haven't bought it. I was going to pre-order it, but I haven't done it yet.
You should have. You still can.
I don't know. I'm just really right now, I cannot believe you are a baseball fan and have not watched
I've seen like literally every other movie.
You have to watch Rookie of the Year.
Sandlot, Major League, Angels in the Outfield. Like, I've watched everything besides that one.
You have to watch it. Like, you cannot say you are a baseball fan unless you've watched that one. Especially as a kid. He's a 13-year-old kid that sucks at baseball, but he falls on a baseball and does something to his arm, and now he throws 100 miles per hour, and he pitches for the Cubs.
I feel like I know exactly what movie you're talking about. Oh,
that one? It's Rookie of the Year.
Oh. Wait, What's the other? What's the Trouble with the Curve?
Trouble with the Curve is with Clint Eastwood and Justin Timberlake.
I'm just trying to think of other baseball movies. I remember there was this
If somebody who is watching can tell us right now what the name of that movie with Kevin Costner where he's pitching like his final game.
Oh,
and he has a perfect game. If you can tell me in the next minute,
I literally know what movie you're talking about.
If anyone can tell me, you will get a Backstop Banter shirt. I will send it to your house.
Yeah, see, that's
anyone.
That's all you.
I actually ordered a couple shirts.
Did you? You sending one to me?
No, I'm not, but I'm going to send one to our guy, Benji. I've got his email. I got his address, so I'm going to send one his way. If you can answer us before we give the answer, you can get a Backstop Banter t-shirt. Matt, hollering at you.
All right. I got it. But I looked it up.
Give them some.
I did look it up, though. But I now know what movie you're talking about, and I actually have seen it.
I want to say it's like called The Perfect Game or something like that.
You'd be incorrect.
Okay.
Well, listen, I'm going to tell the people. It's For the Love of the Game. Wow. What are the odds that I said it as this comment came across?
Matt, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you, Matt.
I think I would give it to him as well.
Yes. You DM me your address, and I will send you out a shirt. I will do that.
Send me one.
No, you're a part of the show.
So?
Thank you, Matt, for one, being on YouTube and being a part of our team that way. And two, thank you for commenting and coming up with the right answer.
All right, but enough with the movie trivia, okay, Mike?
Yes.
Okay? Like, gosh, it's a baseball show. We should move on. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, so I didn't even know this. I really did not. That Pete Rose will be selling picks for baseball on Up You Pick Trade. Is that what it is?
I kept pronouncing it when I seen it Up Pick, but no, it's You Pick.
You're telling me it's $89 a pick?
Yes. Okay, let me tell you a little bit about this because I did a little research. It's based out of Mexico, and people sell their picks. Like, I'll pay you money to give me a pick in a game that I can go and bet on. Now, what I think is funny is it's $89, which is the last year of Pete Rose's tenure, his career. He got banned in 89, so I think it's funny that it's $89 for the pick. Now, I just wonder if you make this bet or you make this payment for his pick if you get an autographed baseball as well.
I was going to say, I better get something for it.
Yeah.
$89 for a pick.
But you're going to win money. And it's free.
Yeah, right. We do it for free.
But I thought it was very interesting.
Listen, $10. $10 if you want my baseball bets, okay?
There you go.
I hit a nice parlay. And let me tell you something. If I didn't only parlay games and like just bet straights, I would have so much more money in my life, but I'm addicted to parlays. I can't stop.
I think I would be too. But back to the Pete Rose just a little bit on the article, which you can find on ESPN.com. Just go to MLB, and then it's in the headline news there. Pete Rose is going to be selling picks where you actually pay him to give you a pick of a game. And what was funny in the article, he kept saying that I'm not doing this to be a slap in the face for anyone, disrespectful for MLB with my past of gambling. I'm actually not putting any money on any of my bets. I am just providing people with picks. And that kind of, I'll say, offended me a bit because in the little bit that I have dealt with you guys as far as your betting, like I'll be like, hey, this is such and such. This is what I think may happen. Y'all be like, you don't want to give out any information that you're not willing to put money on yourself. I'm like, now here Pete Rose is, who has a history of gambling, and that's what he's doing.
Michael, I'm sorry, but I just looked at Doge, and it's at 32 cents now. Sorry.
I'm up
$115 now. So, here we go.
Here comes Garrett. Here it comes.
We had this conversation in the group chat, but Garrett's a little upset that his Cubbies got suspended.
I don't know why. No, I was actually going to try to pull it up on my phone as we kind of move past the Pete Rose. I just want to bring that out. But I did watch it on my phone. I think it was on Bleacher Report. It was showing a couple of pitches that the catcher, I cannot think of his name, Contreras got hit like probably 10 times in 9 games or something. And I'm exaggerating there. And then the one time that their pitcher threw a pitch at, I think it's Milwaukee, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He actually got ejected, and David Ross got ejected too. Now, if you see the pitch, this is what kind of got me. Yes, he was probably trying to hit him, but it was 6 feet behind him and 6 feet in the dirt. Like, to me, it was a warning pitch. If he wanted to hit him, he would have probably threw it a lot higher. Don't you think?
Yeah, but like you still can't throw a warning pitch. Noah, all right, I'll give you perfect. Noah Syndergaard a few years ago against the Phillies threw behind somebody, immediately ejected. Immediately. Aroldis Chapman got suspended the 3 games because he threw over the head of a Rays player.
Listen,
that's all. Those are all warning shots, are they not?
But here's the thing: in those 2 scenarios, were they not an incident first that caused that?
Yeah, and there was an incident with the Brewers hitting Contreras. They think they're doing it too often, so now they're trying to get back.
How many times have you been in school and you've done something wrong and you retaliated on it, or someone retaliated against you and the second person gets caught? Happens all the time.
The person who retaliates always gets in trouble.
Exactly. Point proven.
Listen, see, and here's another thing. I'm not just trying to be annoying.
But you are.
A Ray player got hit in the head against the Yankees during their last series. Nobody got suspended.
Keep going.
Nobody got suspended. If the Rays later in that game threw behind one of the Yankee players, they would have been thrown out and suspended.
Here's my thing. Do you think that they should have been a warning from the umpire first? Because that usually happens. Okay, hey, first warning, both dugouts. Next is that.
No, absolutely. There should have been, probably. Like that's what happened in the Yankee game too. Like they after I think because the Yankees hit like 4 players in that series, and there's obviously bad blood between the Yankees and Rays already. Oh yeah, that was against the Dodgers. You're right, Matt. There was. Which, by the way, this is why I always say the MLB needs to mic up people, because if you've never listened to the Terry Francona rant after he gets thrown out of the game, literally one of the greatest things ever. Michael, you would have to plug your ears. There's a lot of bad words in it, but
I mean, I try to be good with what I say, but I've heard bad stuff. Come on, man.
Nah, I know. I like annoying you, though.
What would be really good is to maybe get a catcher's opinion on this subject. Someone that actually plays there every day, someone that knows what's going on, what pitch he's calling for the pitcher
to throw. Well, that would be nice, but I'm not seeing him on the screen.
I think he might.
I see him moving. Oh,
there he is. Let's bring him on. Dalton Cornett, welcome to the show, my friend. Representing the Alice Lloyd. Love the hat, by the way.
What's going on there, brother?
Thank you. Can you guys hear me good?
Yes. Maybe have a little delay, but that's fine. We can work with it.
Yeah, we can work with the delay.
Okay, we're delayed, but I have to go off my phone tonight, so that's all I have.
You know
that's
what?
Fine.
You're A-okay.
As long as we see that pretty face, we're happy.
Exactly. Got the smile shirt in the closet right now.
So, Dalton, I want to know, as a catcher who spent many times playing, if your team gets hit or a player gets hit numerous times in a series, you're going to have your pitcher throw at a person, correct? And as you're waiting to hear that, where do you think a pitcher would throw that at?
I guess in on the situation. I don't like just throwing at people. It just, like I said, it depends. But if it's necessary, then yes. But if you're going to hit somebody, I don't think you should hit them in the head. Obviously, I think you should hit them like in the mid back, somewhere like that.
See, that's my thing too. Like, I'm kind of the wrong person to ask as well, because I have no problem with fighting people. It's funny in the MLB. I love it when they all brawl and everything like that. So I have no problem with hitting people. But I feel like the head, now you're kind of pushing it. Like, you're pushing it a little bit there, because you take one to the head, and oof, like the back, a nice little, on the butt, on the leg or something like that, fine. Go ahead. But you throw it at somebody's head, hey, now you're getting in trouble.
the head you could
Now,
really mess up somebody's career, honestly.
do you think some of these hits in the head, they're actually aiming for the head, or do you think these pitchers are just missing?
Michael, I'll tell you this: they usually do not miss that bad.
I mean, that's fair enough. Fair enough.
See, and that's my other thing too. Like, I know that people say like, "Oh,
Ooh, hold up. Time out. What is that behind your head? That looks dope, dude.
Oh,
I like that.
Yeah, you know, look even better, Michael.
And then here's
Behind my head. Oh, you got a little player card of yourself?
As a legend, there we go.
Listen, Michael, all I'm saying is a DC3 bat behind my head would look fantastic. I'm just saying.
We'll have to hook you up for sure.
You did see his new Instagram post about one of his bat that was on there. It was pretty nice.
Listen, I told you that black and blue one, you know, the little ombre, probably one of my favorite things I've ever seen in my life.
He says, just
Nice. It's nice.
It is nice.
Dalton, do you want to talk about your bats real quick? Just go ahead, a little promo.
Yeah, why don't you talk about them?
Okay, so I recently merged with another guy. I've been working with him for a long time, but he's been in the bat business for like 12 years, and we wanted to do something a little bigger than selling my bats around home. So we have actually a CNC lathe, and it cuts the bats for us. So we can mass produce bats now. So we're actually mass producing bats for professional players, along as amateur players such as high school players, and we're actually trying to sponsor collegiate leagues right now. So I'm in the middle of working all that out.
Oh, nice. Mr. Moneyman Dalton over here. Working on contracts. Next thing you know, man's going to be, you know, sponsoring the show.
Ooh, there we go.
Giving us money, Michael. You know, oh God, that's going to be good. Oh, look at you!
Looky here, coming at us, boys.
No, Michael, stop right there. I need you to stop right there. I need you to go over to that picture on the right.
This one?
Oh yeah,
that was pretty sweet.
That bat right there. Actually, no, I lied to you. The picture all the way on the left. All right, and then the all the way to on that picture all the way to the right. You see the black ones. And then those blue into black ones right there.
Yes.
No, it's different. That's blue into white.
Look at this one here that you.
Yes.
You burned that one, didn't you?
I'm not a big stains guy, you know.
Well, that looks pretty hot.
Yes,
I ain't gonna lie.
Those ones at the bottom are my first ever DC3 bats that I made.
You got them hanging up somewhere? Are you keeping them as a memento?
I do, actually, yes. I have them in my garage right now.
As you should. As you absolutely should.
Now, Dalton, I've got to ask this because this is a new thing that I've been seeing a lot on my Instagram, and I don't know exactly what's going on with it. And I know we're going to kind of transition into something here, and this might lead straight into it. What are these bats really designed to be doing? Do you know, Connie, yet on why that middle weight is basically what it is there, or is this just something that I've missed and I'm just showing my age on this? And then, Dalton, I want you to go in to tell us about it.
Listen, if Dalton knows, he's better than me.
Okay, so you don't know. Okay, Dalton, let's hear that.
I have no clue.
Okay, so what those bats are designed to do is it puts all the weight in your hands. So that's actually the bat a regular bat will be usually like a drop 3, so you'll use a 33-30. Those bats.
33-30.
Those bats can typically they could be like a 33, 38 as weight, but it feels like a regular weight because all the weight is in the handle of it. So what it trains your hands to be faster, and it trains your bat speed. Basically, that's what they're meant for.
Now, Dalton, I have a question because, growing up, you're always supposed to, practice swing with the heavier bat. And then, with your bat, you're supposed to feel lighter. So you were faster, this, that, and third. Now, recently, I've been hearing that you shouldn't do that. It's basically the opposite.
Mm-hmm. Correct. So if you get used to swinging an overload bat too much, your hands will actually become slower. So I do not use any on deck. I don't use any a heavy bat or whatever. But when you do use those bats right there that I made, so you'll use those for a certain round, and then you'll go to a lighter bat. So you go to a lighter bat, and it actually makes it faster. Yeah.
So it's basically like the on deck when you have the weight that you put on. It's kind of like that. It's just instead of adding a weight, it's the weight of the bat there is the way it's designed in, right?
Right, except when you put a bat weight on, it's on the end of the bat. This is putting it to your hands. So it teaches you actually how to swing correctly, correct bat path.
Okay. Awesome.
Dang.
Well, I think with this conversation, we should go ahead and transition into our videos that Dalton has provided us.
Yes,
and Dalton, Connie's not seen them. I think I've got these queued up correct. I don't really know. I'm tech crazy. So here Dalton is. There we go. There we go. So let's see how this goes. I think we can add it here and make it play. What's really cool is you can actually use your screen.
The role your hands play in.
Let me back it on up. I thought I had it queued up.
In today's video, we're going to be talking about the role your hands play in hitting. So for our first rule, what we're going to do is we're going to spread out, no stride. So
it already had a cramp.
Your hands just to feel your barrel getting through the zone.
Absolutely kills the ball too, just so you know.
Okay, so
I think something just broke.
There's a lot of misunderstanding, kind of leading with your.
Michael, I need you to pause this because I'm having a stroke right now. I can't think of it. Dalton, are you a lefty?
Yeah. I'm batting. He's a righty at catching.
I knew I liked Dalton for a reason. I absolutely knew I'm the same way. Bat lefty, throw righty. I have no idea why. But baseball and golf, I'm all lefty. Everything else is right. But continue. I just wanted to make sure that, Dalton is as cool as I thought he was.
Sometimes your barrel drags, so you don't want your barrel to drag through the zone. You want to get that barrel head out through the zone so you can make clean contact with the ball. So after you do a couple rounds of no stride, then you can go into regular hitting.
Yeah, I've never seen that bat speed in my 20 years of existence.
See, here's the thing that blows my mind. And I'm old. I played softball leagues now. I'm a lefty, and every time I get up the bat, people will shift over onto me and kind of play more to the right field and everything.
Yeah, to pull.
I can't pull the ball. I don't know what I do. I've never played as far as getting up towards college level or anything like that. So it's basically just natural, I guess, whatever I did. But I hit the left field easier. Like every time I would always go up and say, lefty coming up to bat. So everybody's like, oh, snap, he's already letting us know. We got to pull. Everybody shift. I'm like, dummies, I'm not even going to hit it that way. So am my hands getting too fast? I've never really learned how to use my lower body, I think, when it comes to swinging. I don't even know if I do my hips at all. I think it's just all my arms. And that's kind of what I was wanting to talk with you about a little bit is am I not getting my hands ahead of it where my bat head can catch up to my hands? Because I'm always and even talking about golf, every time I swing, it is far left curve. Like it almost goes a 90 degrees on me.
Felt that spiritually.
Help.
Okay, so it also depends on your body type, what type of player you are. So that all has something to do with it. But now, as far as your hands being too fast or late? No, that has nothing to do with it. Just could be your timing issue. You're probably maybe not hitting the ball far enough out in front of you. So you wanna make contact actually out in front of the plate, in front of your body. That's where most of your power comes from. So that's probably what you're not doing.
Okay, yeah, I'd actually would say most of my contact I always thought wouldn't need to be directly right at me, and I would say that's be waiting on the ball a little bit more. Okay, that definitely makes sense. And this is crazy, and I can't believe I'm even sharing this with you. When we go on vacation to Emerald Isle, North Carolina, there's actually like a batting cage, and we'll all go out there and we'll do there's a golf hitting course as well, driving range. And I will actually go down there and we'll hit for a day. Me and my middle brother will just a day and do this. And I will actually have a scab under my chin from rubbing it against my shoulder from the way I swing. I don't know if anyone else has ever done. I don't know how I do it, but every year I've done there, like I'll have a small scab when I get done on vacation. And I know it's because when I'm swinging, I'm rubbing my shoulder somehow.
You must have a weird batting stance.
That's definitely not happened to me. Yeah, not happened to me.
Yeah, never, not one time have I gotten a scar.
I'm the odd one. Like even in basketball, when I would shoot, I could somehow make it hit the front and the back of the rim as it would go in. But, anyways, we got another video here. We'll go ahead and bring up and see if we can get this to play as well.
Right on the nose stride drill. So basically, the point of the drill is for you to feel your hands and to feel where your barrel is getting through the zone. So you basically just spread out, and you don't use any part of your lower half. So you're just feeling your hands and how they get to the ball. So you want to take your hands to the ball and from point A to point B as quick as you can.
Does it matter the route?
That video was basically.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That video was elaborating on the first drill. So we take out all of our lower half because me and you talked, Michael, about our hands and how we use our hands. So it's taking everything out of your lower body and just making you use your hands and feel exactly what you're doing and exactly the path you're going at that ball.
Does it matter if they're out more or in more? Because, I mean, I know if pitches come inside, you've got to keep them in. But, like, is there a path that you try to think as far as east and west with your hands as well if you're not chasing a ball?
Not necessarily, but you always got to think the more connected you are, the stronger you're going to be.
Okay.
Is it? I'm trying to. Oh gosh, I had the question. I had a good one too, and I lost it. But I do have another one. Do you do like the whole? Because I remember like in Little League and stuff like that, they would have like the little ping pong balls, and you would hit it with a broomstick, like to try to get your hand-eye coordination better. Is that still like a thing? Oh, and then I remember my question. So after you answer this, I got you.
Okay, so for me, no, because I'm not messed with different experiments on my swing. That's just kind of I am. I like to stay with one certain thing and just keep working that thing. I don't like to mess around with different types of really just experiment around with my swing. So, but I know that is a big thing in like the Dominican Republic and stuff. They do use bottle caps with broomsticks, stuff like that. So it does help with hand-eye coordination.
All right, and then my main question that I had, obviously, I feel like true hitters in the MLB are gone. It's kind of, power swings, this and that. How deep into the launch angle thing do you go? Or is that just you're focusing on your swing, and if my launch angle gets better, it gets better? Or is that something you're like actively trying to improve?
Okay, so that's a big thing in my game that I have worked on. Me and my dad have worked on actually for the past 2 years. I'm not a big fan of the launch angle. I do not like the term launch angle, but I do think you should always try to drive the ball and produce, more runs, more doubles, home runs, those type of things.
Now,
So I personally do not want to hit the ground. If I hit the ground, the better.
now, when it comes to launch angle, because I don't know the other term, it's weird for me because and you'll be able to explain it better than me because you actually are good at baseball. In my
Connie,
head,
you were good at baseball.
thanks, Michael. I have my All-Star jersey still in my closet.
Hmm.
But when I think of it, the only way to launch the ball higher is to get underneath it. And I felt like it was always don't drop your hands, don't get underneath the ball. That's how you pop up. How do you improve launch angle while also not getting underneath the ball, while also not dropping your hands? Am I messing it up, or is that kind of how you do it?
No, okay, so it's actually a very, very skilled movement. Honestly, you have to really, practice it and practice it. So it's also about where you make contact with the ball, and if you hit out in front of the plate, like I was talking about, Michael, if you hit it too deep, your launch angle is not going to be as good as if you hit it out in front of the ball, out in front of the plate, so you can get a little more under it. But now, as far as dropping and that stuff, some people think that's how you do it if you're not very experienced. And see, that's the problem with kids in high school and even college. People think, I got to drop my hands and drop everything to try to hit this ball in the air. That's not how you do it.
Ken Griffey Jr. did it, that's for sure. That golf swing of his.
No,
But
nobody had a better golf swing than Vlad Guerrero.
I want to know this because this is what I always thought, and it made no sense when I heard it many, many years ago, that actually when you're swinging, you're as a kid, when you're playing by yourself and you throw it up and you're trying to hit it, so you're swinging up, that was actually the worst thing possible because kind of like what Connie said, you'll hit the bottom front of it and cause the back spin so it pops up in the air. That actually in baseball, you're actually wanting to hit more down on it because it's matching the spin ratio. I'm making these words up now. And can actually revert it to fly out farther. Is that correct?
Okay, so no, that is false, actually.
Okay.
You want to swing slightly upward.
Okay.
You want to swing slightly upward, too, because the pitch is coming downhill. That pitch is coming downhill,
Right.
so you have to meet the slope of that pitch, which is bad. So your bat has to go the zone long as it can and go up through the zone and make. Because when you swing down, so here's a good. I don't know if you can see my hand because
we can. And your black sweatshirt.
You either swing down, or if you swing up, you swing down or you swing up, then your point of contact is very, very small because you just have you have to hit it perfect. But now if you swing kind of through it, a little bit up through it, then your point of contact is much, much farther. You stay in the zone much longer. So you have more room to miss that ball and actually hit it right.
Okay.
Now, here's my question, too, because obviously this drill is for, your bat speed and, your hands and everything, especially that the one, where you showed, no stride. It's basically your hands and everything like that. But how important is your lower body? When it comes to that, because like I said, I'll just going back to when I played and it was terrible. It was always, get your hips through the zone and this, that, and third. How important truly is your lower body to a successful swing, though?
Your lower body is very, very important. So don't take this wrong when I say this. There are different body types, different ways people use their bodies.
Michael, I think he's calling us fat.
I'm more of a handsy hitter, so I don't use my lower half as much as other people do.
Okay.
So you don't use your belly. You don't throw your weight into it.
Yeah, you're not Prince Fielder or anything.
I'm hurt.
Michael, he basically just told us to go on diets, so.
Well, I mean, he's not wrong. I mean, So, speaking of diets and losing weight, Dalton, can you tell us anything about your future right now?
What the? How does that? Well, you know what? Go
Perfect
ahead.
transition. Perfect. So, I don't know
That was-
how
that
much
was
in
a
detail
great
you can.
transition.
Thank you. I kind of pride myself on the way I transition to some things, but as everyone knows, because Dalton's been on here at least probably 2/3 of our shows. He's in college, Alice Lloyd College here in Kentucky right now. He did actually get to play with Lake Legends a little last year during the COVID and everything that went on there. He was able to get his eligibility back to play college this year as a junior, correct? Or a sophomore, either or.
Correct.
And last time we kind of spoke on air, we thought about maybe going to the Dominican Republic and playing down there. Thought about it, I think maybe somewhere in Florida. Let's hear what do we got going on now.
Okay, so I'm actually I haven't really told many people this yet, but I have been offered a contract back with Lexington Legends.
Congratulations.
So
Breaking news here.
We love that.
With them.
Heard it here first.
Yeah, I'll be heading to spring training. So yeah, I'm pretty positive that's where I'm going to be going.
Awesome. And along with you, we'll be going the GoPro, correct? So we can have some more footage.
Correct. A bunch of footage with Brandon Phillips, with all your favorite players.
I didn't ask.
Listen, Michael. Since Michael, listen, I'll just say this: if you can convince Brandon to come on the show, Dalton, we'll have to do something for you. I don't know what it is. That's a big thing, but something's gonna have to happen. Michael can take you out to dinner.
I mean, sure.
Definitely, I can make a call.
I want to see Michael openly weep on the show because Brandon Phillips came on.
I can already see it now. He's going to be up in Lexington talking with us on a show, and then like Brandon Phillips is going to kind of swoop right in on the side and be like, "Hey, Michael," and I'm just going to go.
Michael's going to start crying. He's going to have to, get some tissues. Brandon, my hero.
I'll have to talk to his like bobblehead. Be like, "I can't look at you. Just put the bobblehead right there."
You know what I'm going to do for y'all? Do you know what I'm going to do for y'all?
I want to know what you're going to do.
How much I love you guys. So, Connie, if you
the suspense is killing me.
Come down to Lexington. If you guys can come down to Lexington, I will let you meet the whole team. We'll go through the locker room. I'll give you all a full tour. I'll take you all out after. I'll give you all everything.
I am there. You know that.
Listen, what's a flight?
You know what?
It can't be that bad.
Perry, you need to pay for Connie a flight to Kentucky so he can actually see a cow first time in his life, and not only that, watch baseball in Kentucky.
Calm down. I got a cow farm down the road.
Is it yours?
Really?
You said I've got a cow farm down the road.
No, I'm just saying there's one down the road. I act like I've never seen a cow. I just don't live in the middle of nowhere like you do.
Listen, if you have cows around you, you have to have talked about cow tipping. I don't care where you're from.
Never has that ever crossed my mind, Michael.
Dalton, have you ever been cow tipping or even talked about going cow tipping? I know where you live in Naughton County, you probably got more elk than cows, so it might went elk tipping.
Elk? What are we, in the North Pole?
Do you all not have
Michael, I'm
elk?
not gonna lie to you. I've never even thought about cow.
Yeah, you want to know why, Dalton? Because you're a normal teenage boy.
Hey. Well, you know what? You said that, you're a younger guy. You all don't even like look outside the window that much anymore. Like if it's daytime, it's like, let me get back on my Xbox.
I was coming home from the gym though. 12 deer in my front yard, just chilling.
Oh, okay. So you're not so city like you're talking about. You've got deer in your yard. You've got cows in the back.
I told you I'm not from the city, but I still got the New Yorker in me. I'm upstate New. I'm kind of upstate. I'm like an hour from the city. I told you this.
Okay, so all I'm hearing is Dalton. Once that you sign, congratulations again on that.
Yes.
we need to go ahead and get where we can just have you on the show during a night game where you've got the gear on your catching helmet and we're just sitting here watching it and me and Connie's going, okay, Dalton, what pitch are we about to get here? I'm going to say you throw a fastball, throw out the fastball signal, and then we can watch it come
because
in.
I'm sure Dalton wants us in his ear while he's trying to catch a game.
Totally. Like, we need to make this happen, Dalton. We need to find out how we can be live with your GoPro on and us call the pitches.
Yeah, real good idea. I think the manager would love that.
Now I can definitely do that in the bullpen for sure. If we can set that up, I can 100% do it in the bullpen.
Yeah, I don't think the manager's going to be too happy if he has two random people calling pitches for him.
Listen, it's baseball. They do whatever they want to, and they can lie about it. Like, oh, man, Coach, I thought that's the sign you told me to throw. That's what I went with.
Listen,
Oh,
Dalton.
really? You missed it that bad?
Here. Actually, now that I think about it, what is Lexington high A or low A or what is it?
It's AA.
Okay, so they were high A, and now they switched leagues. I don't know if I told you guys this, but they moved to a new league. It's actually called Atlantic League.
Atlantic.
So what? Atlantic League. Yes. So what this is it's an MLB partner league, and they actually have a AAA, AA, and single A. So the Atlantic League is the AAA of it. So it's a really high level. It's supposed to be higher than all minor leagues, actually.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Awesome.
You know what? I'm just doing a little research here. Might just have to look up the Lexington Legends schedule, see if you guys are coming to New York anytime soon. You know, I don't even know if that's actually a thing. But
New York is actually our first.
Home or away?
Oh wait, no, but you're playing in like Long Island. I ain't going. I'm sorry.
In New York.
Long Island's like 6 hours, bro.
Oh, Dalton, just so you hear this, he's not willing to travel 6 hours to see you.
Bro, all right, see, here's the thing. It's 6 hours, but you got to take traffic into account. New York's traffic is next level.
Not listening.
Listen, the only traffic you have is cows
listening.
crossings.
We don't have cows crossing our highway, man.
Yes, you do. You got horse-drawn carriages and moose crossings. You ever seen the Polar Express?
A moose?
You ever seen Polar Express?
I have children, yes.
Of course. You guys probably have to, pull on somebody's beard to get the deer to move out of the way and everything.
Dalton, have you ever been to Harlan County?
I have, yes.
Is it anything like what he's describing?
No. No, not even close.
Thank you.
Stop lying to me, Dalton, okay?
I mean, we are hillbillies, but we're not like hillbillies in overalls and no T-shirt underneath with a straw hanging out of our mouth.
You are.
I mean, come on.
Listen, if you're from anywhere in that area, that's exactly how you look.
I mean, that's how we're obtained, like on camera and everything. But
where's Dalton going?
Is he about to show us a bat? Where's the dad at?
He just went in his room. Look here.
Oh, yeah.
A little sharp.
See?
There we go.
See?
There we go.
Yeah.
Listen, the only thing he needs
Yes.
is a beer and some straw. And bait. You know what?
Dalton, look here. Look here.
About Dalton being in our fantasy league. I really did.
So, Dalton, you got a comment here at you. Matt's saying that he sent you a trade in our fantasy baseball, and it's a good one. So, anytime someone says, I sent you a good trade,
that is a lie. Listen, I like Matt. Big fan of Matt. He told me he sent me a good trade, too.
So,
I
haven't even looked at fantasy baseball, but I'm going to check it out.
You know what?
Wow, Dalton.
Listen, we just needed people to fill the league, and Dalton was kind enough to fill it. So, you know what? I'll let it slide.
Well, I mean, I feel like with baseball, you can kind of not pay attention.
No, that's very true because I joined a fantasy baseball league one time, didn't pay attention to it, and then got a text message from my friend and said, are you going to set your lineup? And I said, why? He said, you're in the championship game. And I was like, oh, well, that's very interesting.
Wow.
Caleb,
I mean-
I am literally the greatest at everything I do. Literally everything. Don't let him fool you. Unbelievable. Caleb,
He's
I'll
the
tell you. I'll
most
tell you one.
cockiest guy ever known.
I'll tell you one thing. I know our mock draft. Me and CJ was better than yours. Okay, we out drafted you and Sam. I'll tell you that right now. Right now.
Anyways, I don't know what just happened here or where we're going, but I don't know if you all checked out Caleb's show on Keeping It Blunt yesterday. Like, Caleb looked like he was a straight up linebacker or quarterback before the Florida State. He had this little flow thing going on with his bandana. I mean,
I think Caleb only owns Florida State stuff.
I mean, we got Dalton here that only has the Alice Lloyd stuff. You got a rep, man. Of course,
Yeah,
at least
but at
Dalton
least
does
he's
play
the
with him.
player and all that. So you know,
That's true.
I think. I mean, then again, Caleb was the frat president. I'm sure. So
I do think so. I will say this, Dalton. My nephew was over at Alice Lloyd yesterday. He actually got a tour of the campus. He's a senior in high school, and the track team was actually looking at him, and the head coach brought him around, showed him around the campus. Asked if he got to talk to any of the Cornets. He's like, no, I didn't get to meet anyone. So I might have some family over at Alice Lloyd very soon.
you know, I'm really thinking about it right now.
Nice. I thought I seen somebody talking.
It was probably in green for that Harlan City.
You know, I'm really thinking about it right now, Michael. I think I might just have to go down to Long Island.
I'm
Let's go.
wonderful.
Let's go.
I think
If you go, if you go to Long Island to this game, you have to buy some chicken strips to take down to Dalton during the game.
you know, you're not lying.
If you
And
don't
you know
do that,
what?
I might disown you, honestly.
This is also not a lie. Red Sox looking good. They got swept by the Orioles and then went on to win 9 straight.
Yes, 9 straight.
Baseball is the weirdest sport I've ever seen. And I love it. I love it.
Is it just me or like the teams that everyone said that were going to be bad has started off red hot?
Oh yeah. Oh well, besides the Pirates, because like I said, they'll lose 100 games.
I mean,
But like the Red Sox are on top.
the Reds are still above 500.
The Braves are like 4-8. I think the Yankees are under 500.
Yeah, who cares about the Yankees?
I literally absolutely pray that Dalton gets drafted by the Yankees just to piss you off.
I would be a Yankees fan if Dalton went to the Yankees. I'd have to say that.
There's nothing I want more than that.
Because you know Dalton would sign a jersey and send down to me to put on the wall. So
Kale watches baseball like one time during the World
for
Series,
sure.
and now he's talking about Yankees are trash. Unbelievable.
I think Caleb's probably
I think
toasted
Caleb's
right now.
trashed. You know what I
So,
mean?
Dalton, any surprise with you in baseball so far? Have you been able to watch any, or are we concentrating only on college right now? Not your grades, but baseball.
No, I've been watching a lot. You know, I always keep up with it. But I have been pretty busy lately with the company and then doing my
CEO Tings.
But I've been watching. I've been watching it all. Yeah, CEO things.
Dalton, as a catcher, I want to ask you this. Pitching a no-no, because we just had one by Rodon, is it better to be doing a no-no, or what other on the offensive side would be ranked up there with a no-no? Because I would think a cycle.
Technically, the cycle is the
Definitely
is the
cycle,
rare.
yes.
I said
Okay.
football. Jesus.
Wow.
Baseball. I think there's only been like 40 something cycles. So now here's the real question.
Cycle is crazy.
Here's the real question. Would you rather hit a cycle or hit 4 home runs in a game, which is also very rare?
We've already asked this question. He'd rather have the homies. He's already had them too. Yes. Dalton's all show, man. If he could flip that bat, he would.
Yeah.
But a cycle? I don't know. I think I'd go with the cycle.
I would
Yeah.
rather hit a cycle.
I don't know though. 4 home runs in the game. That's impressive.
It is impressive, but honestly, to
Yeah,
me,
I think
it
the
is
4 home run.
Go ahead, Dalton. We got the delay. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying I think the 4 home runs is pretty exciting.
But see, you're just saying exciting. Like, what is the more improving to do? Like, what shows the more ability? To me, it's a cycle because to hit 4 home runs, you just got to have power and make good contact. To hit a cycle, I think you actually have to do something. Like, you've got to be able to do base running. You've got to be fast. You got to be able to make good contact as well, and you've got to be able to hit the gaps. So to me, it is more skillful to do a cycle than it is to for dingers.
This man Matt just needs to know about his trade. He said it's a win-win for both parties as well.
Wow.
So
Matt, he's actually on his phone,
Matt,
so he may not be able to look at the trade.
Here, yes, as soon as I'm done, I will check this trade out and see what's going on.
And then decline it.
Dalton, if it's a bad trade, I want you to immediately text me and I'm kicking Matt out of the league. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Do you have a Dodgers player on your team? Because if so, that's who he's trading for.
Probably. I got a couple Cubs players. I'm surprised that
honestly
Garrett hasn't said anything.
You don't even know who you got?
I'm going to look for you right now, DC. DC3.
Wow, DC, he calls him.
Remember
DC.
Well, that's his name, DC3.
That's right.
Listen, Dalton, you're 1-0 in the league.
Share that screen. We got to see this. Share that screen.
You got Cody Bellinger.
That's who he's trading for. Guarantee it.
You got Cody Bellinger, Francisco Lindor. Oh, he has your boy Castellanos.
Oh,
Okay.
No wonder he's doing good. Share that screen.
It's on my phone.
Well, pull it up on the computer.
Listen, Michelle. Okay.
I'm sorry. AC3.
AC3.
You got 3 shows, man. You got 3 shows.
You know what? That's not bad. I might start using that.
Oh goodness.
That's not bad. Whoa, you thought I wasn't gonna like it or something? All right, hold on. I'm sharing the screen.
You know, Connie, me and Dalton's going to start our own show, right?
Dalton barely likes you. He told me that actually.
It hurts. It hurts.
I know it's crazy because I did just meet him, but he likes me more. That's what he told me.
All right, I got to bring this
All
up.
right, let's see. This is my team. Got a nice win, 461 to 425. First time around. Easy win. But let's go look at Dalton.
I love how. Okay, keep going.
Let's go look at Dalton. Let's see what he's got over here.
He's about to know who's more on his team right now.
You know what, Dalton? I will
our
say,
fans.
for somebody who didn't pay attention, the team's looking solid. Salvador Perez, Cody Bellinger, you got Lindor, Rosarena, Castellanos.
I lied to you a little bit. I did draft. I drafted, but I haven't paid attention since.
Okay. All right. Matt wants us to check his team out as well.
Check out my team. Matt, just tell us what the trade is. We need to.
I need to know what the trade is, Matt.
We need to debate this trade.
Yeah.
Where is? Why can't I find
there? Let me know the trade on here. Let's see what we got.
Yeah, I want a live reaction. Let's look at Matt's team. Let's take a gander here, folks. Christian Velasquez, Freddie Freeman, nice. Bregman, solid. Max Muncy, we like that. We have Caleb on the team with Andrew Benintendi. Yastrzemski. Oh, you got Ohtani. Okay. Oh, I need him.
Luis.
I need him right there. Garrett Cole. The second best pitcher in baseball.
Well, I need to know the trade. I need to know the trade right now.
Dalton found somebody he wants over here.
Facts, Matt. Type in the comments. So what's the trade? We need to hear it.
Come on, cheese.
Let's take a look at Michael's team while we're at
My
it.
team sucks. Let's not do that.
Of course.
Let's
Just go on. You know what's funny? The better banter, right? Try to take a shot at me, but your team is worse than mine. Look at that. You only scored 359 points.
Did I win? Did I win?
Who scored? I won too, but I scored more points. I'm clearly better.
I won. That's all that matters.
I'm waiting for this comment from Matt to see what the trade is. I wish I could see it. Yo, let me get LeMahieu. You don't even like him.
I actually drafted him just so I could keep saying his name. Okay, that's it. LeMahieu. LeMahieu.
I literally don't even know what I just did.
We're still good.
No, like on my computer screen, it ain't good.
I'll trade him to you right now. Name your price. Oh, did you say Castellanos deal?
For who?
LeMahieu.
That's it? That's all you want?
Yes. Maybe.
I can get you a better deal than that.
No, it's a red. You can't do better.
I think I have. Do I have any reds? Let's see. I don't think I do, honestly.
And honestly, having Castellanos in my outfield would help my team a lot.
See, because I'm smart, so I don't think I have any reds.
What'd you say?
I said I'm smart, so I don't think I have any.
Oh, okay. I don't think Matt's going to give us this trade talk.
Yeah, I don't have a single red on the team. Now, let me tell you something, though. My starting pitchers, when these people come off the IL, oh, God, they're going to be good. Here's my plan. I picked them up, so when they come back, I'm going to trade them for a little outfield depth because I can use some outfield depth, Besides Mike Trout and my dad, Aaron Judge. It's a little slow out there. Aaron Judge, hit a nice 2 home runs the other day.
I'm a little bit, but I don't have.
Oh, here we go. Here's the trade. Breaking news. Trade proposal. Freddie Freeman, Max Fried, and Yordan Alvarez for Cody Bellinger and Nelson Cruz.
No. No.
Nope. He said, hell no.
That was a quick one.
You know what? I will say
this a little bit better.
I will say this, though. I don't hate that trade.
It's not bad. I like Freeman in the deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
I don't trade either, but I don't think I could do it.
Don't hate the trade, hate the game.
Ohtani. If you give me Ohtani, then we'll talk.
Ohtani with Freeman?
No, he don't have to be with Freeman, but I just need Ohtani.
Oh, you should have said yes with that.
Yeah, you should have said yes.
Even if it wasn't you should have said yes on it.
Ohtani and Freeman, you can keep Max Freeman.
Everyone else.
For Bellinger, I think for Bellinger straight up.
Bellinger for who?
For Ohtani and Freeman.
I mean, if I was Dalton, I'd do that for sure.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe throw in Nelson Cruz too. Actually, let me know. Whatever. Not bad. All right. Well, I got nothing else for Dalton. Michael, you got anything for Dalton? We're gonna let him go.
I don't know, Dalton. You want to stay with us and just keep on going with some of our topics, or you need to head on off here?
I don't know. I don't really have anything going on, so whatever.
Well, you know what? You stay as long as you want, Dalton.
Yeah. Thank you for coming on the show, as we'll just keep going. And if you want to just stay here with us, you're more than welcome. Because we don't have too much more. We're already an hour and a half.
You can just sit there and smile. It's fine. But yeah, we'll continue on.
Okay.
Just some minor things, and then there's one topic that I actually want to get into, but I'll mention these in passing as well. Puig.
Speaking of minor.
Oh, I was going with the Puig one.
Go ahead. I was going to say, speaking of minor.
Passing though, but Puig has some stuff going on with assault charges. He, denies them. I don't think there's too much to the story yet. Obviously, has to see how that plays out. That's a whole legal thing. That's not, can't really say anything about it yet because we don't know what's going on yet.
Right.
So when that does happen, we'll be able to say it. And then COVID is striking again. 5 Astro players are out on the COVID protocol, I think, including Bregman and Altuve. So COVID's hit them in a pretty hard way at the moment.
I heard they think that they got it all around a trash can. I don't know what that means.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it makes sense. I heard that they're big fans of it. So it is possible. And then, let's go to this one, Michael. The minor leagues are testing a farther mound.
I think this is actually interesting. I don't like it, I don't think. But at the same time, with the power that's going on with these baseballs and coming off the bats with the velocity that we're seeing, 100 and so many miles per hour. I mean, I almost think it's more to protect them, but at the same time, the pitchers are dominating. We've already had 2 no-nos in this very early season. I don't know, like, because to me, it's almost crazy to change it in the minor leagues. I understand that part, but you've got these kids that are going to be playing for years at a certain distance, and then all of a sudden now we're going to move it back. Like, how far do you move it back?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Do you know how far they're moving it back?
It just said that they're going to be testing it, moving it back. Now, with the minor leagues doing, as we talked about earlier, having the bigger bases, maybe this is where you move everything else. Well, let's make it actually a perfect diamond.
What is it now? 60 feet, 6 inches?
I think that's what it is. Do you know, Dalton, minor league, the distance from home plate to the pitcher's mound?
Yeah, it's 66 inches. Yes.
Okay.
Gosh,
do they move that back 3 feet? Because ain't that what the bases are supposed to be?
The longer mound on us, actually.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wait. So, are the mounds longer, or like, are they further back? Because like, if you make the mound like literally distance, like.
So they actually sent us a thing about it. So they're going to be 12 inches back. So it's going to make a 93 mile an hour fastball turn into a 91 mile an hour fastball to give more reaction time.
So we're definitely wanting more offense. Sounds good to me.
I feel like that's what every rule change in any sport does. Like, you'll never see a rule change to make defenses better.
Oh yeah. As a catcher, perfect prime. Front person here, first person. How do you feel on that? As I said, person 18 times there.
Speaking's hard sometimes.
It is, especially from Kentucky.
Honestly, I don't like it because I feel like it's gonna mess with me.
With you, what do you think it's going to do to pitchers?
Well, with hitters. Well, yeah, pitchers and hitters. I just thought it's going to throw the timing off, and especially like with breaking balls and stuff, they're not going to be breaking at the same point. Obviously,
I didn't even think about that.
It's going to be a little different.
I didn't even think about like breaking balls and things. Because you think a fastball is obviously like when you move a mound back, make it slower, but like, how do you throw a breaking ball now when you're so used to throwing it from a certain distance and you're moving it back a little bit?
Do you aim higher?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do you now have to release it different? Like, I feel, wow, I didn't even think about that. That's a great point. That probably has to screw with a pitcher a lot.
Oh yeah, it will make pitchers and the hitters both. It honestly, I think it'll mess up. And they're just doing it in the second half of the season. They're not doing it in the first half.
Not even that's dumb. That's the dumbest part of it, right
there. That's gonna be I got it. I might have to go to the first game of the season when they start changing the rule over, because they're gonna be bouncing curveballs an inch in front of the plate on accident.
Question:
Yep,
will
and they're also making the bases bigger.
Keep going. We heard that. We've talked about that, because they're not going to move second base back. They're just going to make it the regular from first base, so it's not going to be a perfect diamond.
No, it's just going to be the base is going to be bigger. They're not moving it back distance-wise. Just the base will be bigger, so less injuries.
I feel like that's still weird.
Do you think that they may make the mound higher? Like, would that help if it was a higher mound as far as making your breaking balls and your curves and everything, with it being back farther? Or are they saying it's going to be the same height? And that's just me really kind of brainstorming here with us.
I reckon it's going to be the same height, because every mound across the country is not going to be the exact same height. So there's nothing you can really do about that.
See, and here's my other thing too. Like, so they move the mound back, and then let's say you're good, and you move up into like double A or something, and you're back to the old position. Like, if you're going to do it, I feel like you have to do it everywhere. Like, the basis thing doesn't make that much of a difference. Like, you can test that, wherever. Like, I don't feel like that's not that big of a deal. Some of the other stuff, like the pitch clock, that I would test, certain places, all this, that, and the third. But, like, that's, like, a big difference, in my opinion. Like, I don't know if I'm over-exaggerating it or...
No, that's a huge difference. I agree. I think that's, if they're going to do that, then it needs to be put everywhere, not just in the minor leagues.
I think this is probably going to be like a phase or a step process. Start with the first A, and then next year go with the next level, and the next year. So thought process is, as these guys move up, they're the ones.
I feel like that's even worse then, because you do that, and then so single A through triple A, you're pitching from that, and then you make it to the majors where you're supposed to be good, and it goes back to normal. I feel like that's even worse.
I mean, there's no perfect answer to this. I mean, if you just switch it all cold turkey all at once, and then you have thousands of baseball players that are struggling to pitch right away. But if you can kind of slow it in, then I can see it being a little bit helpful as far as, like, maybe not as long as I'm saying each year do single A this year, maybe next double and triple A, because these players have had a year experience with it and moving up, because the goal isn't to stay in double and triple A, it's to move on. Absolutely. So then after 2 years of those, then, okay, we've got players and pitchers and catchers. Well, I mean, even batters, we said it conflict with them as well. Now they've had time to adjust. Now let's move it to the MLB. That's what I think the thought process would be on that.
I feel like you would have to have, like, a whole generation, like, go through it, though. Mm-hmm. Because, like I said, if you have it, I'm trying to think, like, you have to wait a little bit to bring it to the majors then, in my opinion, because, like, you have to have it so that, like, one generation is used to it. Mm-hmm. Because, like, if all of a sudden, they're doing that to Jacob deGrom, it's like, what are you talking about? I've done this literally my entire life. And actually, this is where I kind of want to segue into our final point. So the Mets have had 5 games canceled so far, a couple because of COVID, and then the rest because of rainouts. And Jacob deGrom is now going to pitch in Colorado tomorrow. And you know what the weather's supposed to be there, Michael?
Uh-oh. What is it?
It is supposed to be 28 degrees and snowing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here you might have another question. Well, if it's Colorado, they probably have a dome. That would be stupid if they didn't. Michael, I got a question. Do you think they have a dome?
No, they do not.
No. Now, listen, I understand that I don't like dome stadiums. I think that they're terrible. Like, the Yankees have to play the Rays. The Yankees have to play the Rays 19 times a year, and half of them are away. Watching baseball games in that stadium hurts my head. It is so bad. But very easy way to do this is just like Seattle. And actually Toronto has it too. You have a retractable roof. I have no idea why new major league ballparks have been built, or you can even add them on. Because the Met owner, Steve Cohen, somebody just tweeted, didn't even at him, like, didn't say, like, Mets do this, said the Mets should have a retractable roof. And he literally just found the tweet and said, basically said, we could do this. And I think it's like $300,000 or something like that to do it, which, let me tell you something. Steve Cohen, he has that in the ashtray of his car because he's I believe his net worth is about $18 billion. So he's not really struggling for money. By the way, Steve, if you want to come on the show, big fan.
Big fan.
But, like, I know we went back and forth with this, Michael, in the chat, and Dalton, I want to, see how you feel about it. Like, yeah, I don't want retractable roofs on like stadiums like Wrigley or Fenway or even the Yankee Stadium that's current. But when a new stadium gets built, because eventually Fenway is going to be taken away. Wrigley is eventually going to have to be moved on from. When those stadiums are built and things like that, if they don't have a retractable roof or something like that, like the NFL, oh my God, what am I doing? The MLB should mandate it because we're in the 21st century and we're canceling games because of rain. What is this, 1902, where we couldn't play games at night either?
I mean, I'm just going to say this. Baseball is meant to be played outside. Period. End of discussion. A dome, a retractable roof takes that out of play.
But how? If it's a retractable roof, if it's nice outside, you open the roof and it's like you're outside.
Well, if it's closed, then you're not outside. I don't care.
But that also means the game isn't canceled.
Doesn't matter. The game needs canceled. Cancel that baby and have a doubleheader the next day.
That's my other problem though. That's very simple for you to say. But what if I'm, 4 hours away from Yankee Stadium? I'm all excited. I go to the game. I get there, sit down in my seat, and then 10 minutes later they say it's canceled.
Well, see, that's actually one reason why I'm actually for it still, because I live 4.5 hours away from Cincinnati Reds in Harlan, Kentucky. I'm in the southeasternmost part of Kentucky, and I've went to games that's been delayed. I don't care. I will stay there for a 2-hour delay and still enjoy it because while them fans here in Cincinnati go home, I can sit wherever I want to. I can get probably a foul ball if I want to, if I'm quick. I love it when the fans leave because of rain. Why? Because I actually think
but leaving is different.
Because the security, even the players get more relaxed and they have fun. Like, how many times have you seen on Instagram or Twitter? There was one I actually just seen recently where there was a rain delay going on, and the baseball team drew a tic-tac-toe board and threw it over to the. We don't get those moments if you have a retractable roof. Like, don't take out these fun things.
I'm so sorry the players can't
play. Yes, we got to play
tic-tac-toe.
tic-tac-toe. Dalton, you actually play. We talk. What do you think of this? And you better be with me.
No.
I'm on the fence. I could use both sides, honestly.
You're on a retractable fence, huh?
I can't really go one way or another.
Have you ever played in a dome or in a roof?
That's right. I have, yes.
Was it weird to like be able to see things? Was it different? Did it just feel odd? Or did you have like 5 home runs that game and like stole 10 bases?
No, it's the same. It's honestly the same thing.
Really? Because as a fan, I'll say
I'm a big fan of
what a delay.
The Rays field. Big fan. Love
it. I don't like it either. I mean, if you can't see the ball when it hits the roof, that's just weird to me.
I've never been more sickened with something Dalton said in my life than what I just heard. Man said he likes the Rays field. The Rays players don't even like the Rays field.
The Tokyo Dome, great.
What was great? We lost you there on that one.
I said the Tokyo Dome is great. I don't know if you guys know what that is or have seen that the Tokyo Dome, but
I have seen the Tokyo Dome. That one's nice. That is nice. But you know what? Whatever. I think retractable roofs for the win.
No, absolutely not.
Well, Michael, I don't got anything else. It's 11:57. Do I want to end the show to go play the show? You're right. I do.
Stream it, please. Get on the Twitch so I can watch it.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Dalton, thank you so much. it's baseball time. We're excited what's going on. It's just been a lot of ups and downs already. Teams are already streaking. I think Dodgers are already got 10 wins on the
First
season.
team to 10 wins.
We talked about, I can't remember who we said earlier. It was the team that we thought were going to be bad has won 8 straight now.
The Red Sox won 9 in a row.
Yes. So my Reds have been hot. We've lost 4 of the last 6, so we're cooling down some. But we got a pivotal series coming up here and a couple back-to-back series coming back home. So a lot of baseball just coming up. Go Reds, go Yankees, and go Legends. That's what we can agree on.
All right, well, that will wrap it up. Of course, got to shout out the sponsors. One more time before we head on out. So if you're into the betting world, make sure you go over to mybookie.ag and use code USA100 to double that first deposit up to $1,000. Yes, they do, Matt. They are absolutely terrible right now. Unless Garrett Cole pitches, they lose. So mybookie.ag, US100, go bet over there. Next up, RxHemp, RxHemp-USN will save you 10% on your entire order. So if you're a little sore from life, as I always like to say, make sure you go and check them out. Feel brand new when you wake up. The Teespring store, teespring.com/store/unwrapped. Go check it out. We work hard on the designs over there. So if you want to support the network or support an individual show like this one, Backstop Banter, make sure you go and check out the merch. And then finally, the Patreon, patreon.com/unwrappedsports. You can get $1 you're supporting the squad. $5 you get 10% off that store that I was just talking about. You get access to our Discord chat, and you get entered in to an Amazon gift card giveaway. And then the $10 tier, you get everything I just said, except the 10% discount goes to $20. And you get entered into our signed memorabilia jersey or signed memorabilia giveaway. It could be a jersey, it could be a baseball, it could be whatever the hell we want it to be. So, with that being said, Dalton, do you have anything to say for the people before we head on out?
Yes. Everybody be ready for some new content coming up. When I go to Lexington, it's gonna be awesome. So you guys for all this new stuff coming.
Wait, I just now remembered something. With Dalton going back to Lexington, that means that I can actually try to hit one out of the park. And if so, I think you owe me $100, Connie.
There is no chance you can hit a home run. 0.
Listen, I'm going to start working out right now.
That's true.
What do I get when you don't? I forgot.
$1.
No, I don't think that's true.
Yeah, that's what it was. So
I'm going to start training. I'm training next week, starting next week.
Listen, Dalton, you're good at baseball, but you're not a miracle worker.
Listen, Dalton, I am off Saturday and Sunday this weekend, so I may actually have to come over to Pippa Passes and get a batting session going on here. All right, I've got something to work for. Home run derby for me.
All right, Michael,
Keep
what
on
you
going.
got?
Sorry.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Dalton wasn't done. Or was he done? I don't know.
I'm done, yes.
Okay. As you guys can see, MD Lawson00 is my Twitter, my Instagram, everything else. Go download Sports Me app and follow me on there as well. It's MD Lawson00 USN, and that, of course, stands for the Unwrapped Sports Network. You can actually type that into the search bar USN and find all of our guys. Go check us out. I haven't done something in a while. I need to get back on there and kind of push some more content on that. Also, this Saturday, probably around 10, maybe 10:30, we'll push it back a little bit, p.m. Eastern time, I am on Count the Bucket with my co-host on there, Amber. And I say my co-host, it's her show. I'm just kind of temporary filling in permanently until something else happened, or if we actually say I'm going to go. I don't know. So go check us out. We've been talking to NBA and March Madness. March is over. Go Baylor. I picked them since the beginning of our show, which started the day of the championship. No, I'm playing. It was before the playoffs. So go check that out and be ready for us. And go like us on everything. Like, go to YouTube right now and subscribe to our channel and hit that notification button. So when we do come live, you're ready to watch us, and also watch everyone else that are on there as well.
Yes, sir. As for me, Generational Sports Monday, 7 Eastern, me and Josh talk a little bit about everything. So make sure you go check that out. Tuesdays is the hard count with me and CJ. That's a lot of fun talking everything NFL. We've done some mock drafts, break down everything that's going on in the NFL, all that news. And then, of course,
CJ makes that show.
agree and disagree because I love CJ. CJ is my guy. And then me and Michael, of course, Backstop Banter, 10 Eastern, or whenever we decide to go live. Yeah, check us out for everything baseball. Twitter is Anthony Conover _ or Gen Z Sports for the other show. And then my Twitch is Anthony _ Conover as well. So if you want to go follow the boy, make sure you go and do that. But with that being said, it's time to play MLB The Show, and I'm very excited. So we will see you all next week. Thank you for tuning in. And, of course, Dalton, thank you for coming on.